Hey y'all, it's time for the next weekly vlog. It is Monday, it's the 28th of October, so day 28 of all of the month-long readathons, and then day, what is this, 4/5 of the Witchathon and Spooktober, and I'm off to a great start, y'all. I didn't have another audiobook that I could start, so I went ahead and downloaded the audiobook for Obsidio, which I don't know. I'm not really loving the format. I've read all the other two books, and I like the mixed media aspect of it. And the audiobook's great, but I feel like I'm missing something. I don't feel like I'm as engaged in the story because of all the different types of media that you get with the actual book. But I don't know. So I'm enjoying it. It's good, but I feel like I'm missing something. I guess I should say also that I did finish Gideon the Ninth this morning on my way into work. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it. I still have no idea what the hell was going on with it, but I still really enjoyed listening to that audiobook. I enjoyed Gideon. I just loved her so much. I worked today. I was running late, and we had stuff going on all day. Not anything that I was really involved in, but people were just in and out of the office today. I did a lot of bullet journaling. I set up my November spread, made a list of things I want to put into my 2020 stuff, listened to some videos. I mean, I did a little bit of work, but there's not a whole lot for me to do there on an ongoing basis. So we've got that. I started some laundry tonight. Jillian will be spending the rest of the week at Grandma's house because I work Tuesday and Wednesday nights. And then Thursday night, she's going to go ahead and spend the night there at Grandma's because she's got a field trip Friday morning that she has to be at school at stupid o'clock, which we would never make it. And it's a big deal field trip. It's like the big deal field trip for the 5th graders at her school. So she's just going to spend the night with Grandma because Grandma's an early bird and she'll get her up into school on time for this field trip. And then tonight I met the AC guy here so he could service my heater and get it turned on so it doesn't feel like a refrigerator in my house anymore, which is great because Halloween night it's supposed to get down to 32 here. So, and I didn't want things freezing up. I got enough problems with this house without busting pipes. So, and I was really super cold last night to the point where it like made myself sick. I was so cold and it shouldn't have been that cold. So it was only 62, but I don't know. So I'm gonna sit here, and I'm not gonna sit here. I have a lot of stuff to get done. I need to tackle my kitchen. I need to work on the living room. I've got laundry to go in. I need to do some editing of videos. I gotta get my trash taken out. Tomorrow's trash day. Things like that. I've just got stuff I need to get done. So I'm going to put my headphones in, turn this book on, and I'm gonna tackle that stuff. And hopefully I can get a good chunk of this book knocked out. And then at some point I'll sit down and I've got to get ready for tomorrow and get Jillian packed, and then I'll work on the book Visitation at some point tomorrow, or tonight too, hopefully. So that's it. I'm going to get off here, and I will check in with y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, it is day 30 of the readathon. It's Wednesday, and I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I apologize for that. I started my day out with a migraine, and it just kind of persisted all day long. And then I worked at my second job last night as well. So I really didn't do much except for sit in a dark office here and then work the show last night and then go home and go to bed. But I did listen to a lot of Obsidio. And I got pretty far on it, and I actually just finished it. I'm giving it 4 stars. I feel like I missed out on something listening to the audiobook instead of reading the book. There was a lot of players involved, a lot of different people to keep up with, a lot of moving parts in this, and I just kind of felt lost a lot of the times. I love the players. I'm glad that the ending was as it was, but I don't want to talk too much about it either because it is the 3rd book in the series and I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm fixing to start a Nancy's Boys by Neil Gaiman, and then tomorrow, oh, I get to get other audiobooks today. I need to get a Fire and Stars today, and something else. There was another audiobook I needed, but I've got 2 days to read like 4 books, so I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna start a Nancy Boys, and while I'm at work, and then later tonight I am going to read The Visitation, I think. So I will check in with y'all later. Bye. Hey y'all, it's the final day of the readathon. It's now almost 10:40 at night on October 31st. Happy Halloween, guys. And I am going to call this officially done for my readathons. I've only got an hour and a half left, less than that actually. I'm really tired. I'm fixing to go to bed. I just finished editing my vlog for last week. It will go up tomorrow. I'm a little behind. I work tomorrow night, so I've worked 3 days this week. I've worked 3 nights this week, plus my 5 days for my day job. So I've been a little busy. So let's recap here. I did just finish A Nancy's Boys by Neil Gaiman. Loved it, gave it 5 stars. It was a reread. I actually reread 3 books this month, which is very unusual for me. But they're some of my favorite books. So this A Nancy's Boys was a reread because I'd always intended on rereading it anyway because I started the reading all of Neil Gaiman's books last year that I didn't get finished with. But not all of his books, but his published novels. So I knew I was going to reread A Nancy's Boys because I had originally listened to it back in 2012, and I just really didn't remember a whole lot of it. So I'm glad that I did get to that. So let's recap everything here, though, for my readathons this month. I have read 19 books in the month of October. And I'll do I'll have a wrap up for that. I'm not going to go over those. Some of them pertain to the readathon, some of them didn't. So, Boo to You was the first one. This was a month-long readathon hosted by the Bookish Princess. It had 5 prompts. The Haunted Mansion, which was a book that you thought would be in Madame Lolita's library. Madame Leota's library. Not Lolita, Leota. For that one, I read City of Ghosts. Prompt 2 was Fantasyland, and I read Peter Pan for that. Adventureland for prompt 3, and that was the Reader's Romance Guide to Life. Frontierland was, I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. And the final one is Tomorrowland, and for that one, I read Obsidio. So, all of those are complete. Check mark. The next one that was an all-month-long readathon was All Hallows Eve, which was hosted by Paul Reads Books and Bookishly Confused. There are 9 prompts on it. 3 of them I'm not going to finish because I didn't finish the book. Prompt 1 was Licorice, black and red on the cover. I was reading Vicious for that one, and I have not finished Vicious yet, and I won't finish it tonight. Prompt 2, Candy Corn, yellow, orange, and white on the cover. I read The Romance Reader's Guide to Life for that one. Check. Candy Apple, mostly red on the cover or have a red apple on it. I was reading Vicious for that. Have not completed it. Prompt 4 is Ghost in the Title. I read City of Ghosts. and I did complete that. Number 5 was a classic horror movie monster, and that was more specific than just like vampires or werewolves. That had to be specific monsters like Frankenstein or what's the vampire's name? Dracula. Those kinds of things. So I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow for that because the Headless Horseman is a classic horror movie monster. 6 was the zombie novel, and zombie had to be in the title of that. And for that one, I read The Zombie Chasers. It was a middle grade book. Prompt number 7, slasher or serial killer novel. I was reading Vicious for that one, and I did not finish it. Number 8 is a paranormal fantasy, and for that one, I used City of Ghosts. And finally, number 9 was Spider Must Be in the Title or on the Cover, and for that one, I read Anansi Boys because their spider is on the cover of that book. So, check 3 out of 9 off of those, and the other 3, I did actually start the book. I'm 100 and something pages in on it. The next readathon we had was Spookathon, and that was October 14th through 20th, and it was hosted by Books and Lala. There are 5 prompts for it. Read a thriller. I did. I read The President is Missing. Prompt 2, read a book with red on the cover. For that one, I read Gone Girl. Prompt number 3 was read a book with a spooky word in the title. I used Gone Girl for that, but I could have also used The President is Missing. I used gone, but also missing could be a spooky word. Prompt number 4, read a book with a spooky setting, and for that one I read The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I have Spooky Hollow written in my notes. I don't know why. It was probably one of those days. And then the final prompt was read something you wouldn't normally read, and for that one I read The President is Missing because that's a political thriller, and I don't usually read political thrillers. I don't read a lot of thrillers in general. I'm not opposed to them. I do enjoy them, but I don't like political thrillers. So the next readathon we're going to talk about is Booathon, which was hosted by The Book Pusher, and this was just a 24-hour readathon on October 26th, and as y'all know, I was in Kansas City for that, and I failed miserably for this one. I counted them if I listened to part of the book. Now, I didn't finish any book during this. I didn't really even read a lot or listen to a lot, but I did listen to parts of 2 books on that day that count, so I'm counting those as completed. There are 6 prompts, and I am saying I completed 3 of the 6. The first one was purple, and I used Peter Pan for that because my version of Peter Pan over there somewhere, it has purple on the cover. 2 was a retelling. I was going to use Anansi Boys for that, but I did not get Anansi's Boys until yesterday from the library, so I didn't have it in time, couldn't use it. 3 was Monster, and for that one I used Peter Pan because, you know, you've got Hook, you've got the crocodile, there's several monsters in there. 4 is Witch, and I was going to use Witch is When It All Began, which was a book, a PI witch mystery book, that I was going to use it. It was on my Kindle. I didn't even open it, so didn't complete that. Number 5 was Dealer's Choice, and that is to read a book basically that someone else has picked for you. And so I was using Gideon the Ninth for that because that was a book, that was a group book picked by the readathon. So I did count that as being completed. And then number 6 is to use Booathon 6 times. I did use it, I want to say twice, but I didn't get the 6 times. So 3 out of 6 for that one. Not too horribly bad. So Witchathon is our next one that we come up on. This is hosted by Crescent Mood Reads, and there are 7 prompts on it. It was from October 24th through the 31st. So technically I've got an hour and 15 minutes. I could complete maybe one of these books, but let's be honest, probably not. So let's just go through these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 4 of the 7 marked off, so not too bad, a little more than half. The first one was to pick a book that features your heritage, and, well, actually, technically, I'm going to count that one as well. Hang on, because even though I was going to use Visitation for that, I can use Anansi Boys. Anansi is, so I was originally going to use Visitation for that, and I did start this. I'm on page 10. I'm actually going to take this to bed with me and try and get a little bit of reading done on it, but I know I'm not going to finish it. It is kind of tedious, and it's written in, the style of writing is a little tedious. It's real little. It's only 100 and something pages, I think, maybe 200, 150 pages, but it's German, translated German, and so the writing style is a little different. But I'm going to actually use Anansi Boys on that because while I am German, I did just found out that I'm like 35% German. The biggest chunk of my heritage is Norse, that region, and Anansi is a Norse god, so I can use him for my heritage. So yay, check that. So that's 5 out of 7 that I've completed. Prompt 2 is to pick a book that features communing with the dead, and for that one, I used Gideon the Ninth. I wasn't sure going into this if that would count or not, but it definitely does because they're necromancers, is what the book is about. Gideon is not a necromancer, but there are multiple necromancers in there. The secondary character is, or she's a necromancer anyway, whatever you want to call her. Prompt number 3 is to pick a book that promises to be dark and twisted, and I was going to use Body Brokers for that, which I've got right here, and I haven't even started this. I just ran out of time. 4 is to pick a book that involves a pantheon of deities, and for that I picked Anansi Boys, and while this is mostly about Anansi and his offspring, there are other gods that are mentioned in there that do play a pretty prominent role through parts of it. Prompt number 5, pick a book that has fire on the cover. That was going to be a Fire and Stars. I haven't even started it yet. Prompt 6, post a picture of your costume and tag the readathon. I did that today. I've taken off most of my stuff, but I've still got my earrings on right here. I had on, I don't know where it's at, probably, oh, I think I left it at work, the little witch's hat thing, and I have my leggings on. Here, I'll show you my leggings. Right there. And I wore a sweater because it's fucking cold today. It is 33 degrees right now. Parts of Arkansas got snow. And our high today was only something stupid like 42, so it was cold. And then 7 was to read the group book, which is Gideon and the Ninth, and I did it. So again, 5 out of 7 of those, not bad. Okay, so here's the last one, Spooktober. It has 14 prompts plus the group read. I only completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 15. But Spooktober was October 25th through the 31st, and it was hosted by, there's several hosts of it. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. Paper Fairy is the creator of it. She, from the onset, the brains behind it, and then she's got other people that help her with the readathon. So I'm going to go through these real quickly because I didn't complete a lot of these. I guess I completed over half. Sunflower Field, Flower on the Cover, I was going to use Body Brokers for that. Did not read it. Hayride, book with a journey or quest, I was going to use My Lady's Choosing, and I didn't do that. Although I could, actually, I'm going to substitute Gideon the Ninth for that. So I'm going to check that off because Gideon the Ninth would count for that because they were on a quest. Corn Maze, a book that you think will have twists and turns. I was going to use Body Brokers for that. Haunted House, a spooky book. I was going to use Visitation for that. I have started it, haven't finished it. Pumpkin Patch, a book with orange on the cover. Didn't finish it. Apple Picking, pick a book that someone picked for you, and that's Gideon the Ninth, and I did read it. Scarecrow, a book you've been scared to read, and I was going to use a Fire and Stars for that, and I didn't read it. Ferris Wheel, a book from a unique perspective, and that was going to be Visitation, because the synopsis, or what I heard and made me originally pick this out, was that it was the house that was telling the story of this, but it really is more of the town. From the first 10 pages that I've read, it seems more of the town telling the story instead of a house, but I'm only 10 pages in, so I don't know, but it's definitely not a person telling the story. Number 9, Petting Zoo, a book with an animal in it. I used Peter Pan for that. I did complete it. Face Painting, a book that features a transformation. For that one, I used the Halloween tree. Love that book so much, so much. I did complete it. Bobbing for Apples, a book that features water, and for that I used Peter Pan, and I did complete it. 12, Pie Eating Contest, Devour a book in 24 hours. For that, Peter Pan. Completed it. And actually, I would have completed it in 24 hours, but I've also got Halloween Tree. I read that one all today. That is always a book that I listen to on Halloween, and I love it so much. So completed it. 13, Candy Apples, read a book while enjoying a fall treat, and I did that. I posted a picture on Instagram that covered that one, and the next one, Bonfire, read a book while being warm and cozy. And for that picture, I am in my nice fuzzy pajamas. I have my blanket that my friend got me for my birthday that I'm under. It's a nice warm weighted blanket. It's so amazing, so soft and comfortable. And I had my cupcake for my birthday in my Starbucks pumpkin, cold brew pumpkin. So completed both of those. And then the bonus read was to read the group book, The Beautiful by Renee Audier, and I did also complete that. So, oh, that's a lot. This update is 16 minutes already, 17 minutes. So this is like the entire vlog right here, this one update. Not too bad. Considering that I participated in 6 readathons this month, and I had a fuck ton of books, I don't think I did too bad. I knew I probably wasn't going to get to all of the books this week because of how many, just the sheer volume of them, and how many of them that were physical books. And I just have a hard time reading physical books very quickly, and especially right now because I'm just so busy. So that's it. I'm going to end this today and wrap this vlog up. I know it's only Thursday, but I was just vlogging for the month of October, and today's the end of it. So I'm not planning on vlogging anymore for the rest of the week or the rest of the month, so I'm just going to end this now. If you do enjoy my vlogs, though, please let me know in the comments below, and I may start back up in January, but I know I'm not going to vlog in November or December as far as an everyday thing. So, but if you want me to pick back up in January and vlog next year, let me know that in the comments below. And so at this point, guys, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments below if you participated in these readathons, how well you did in all these readathons for the month of October. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've talked about. If you don't have anything specifically to say about the content of the vlog or the books I talked about, then just leave me an emoji or say hello, and then I can still talk to you and interact with you in the comments, because that's what we're here for, to interact. And be sure and hit that subscribe button over there if you're not already subscribed. Give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot. It lets me know that you are, and it lets YouTube know that you are enjoying my videos, and so that it pops up in your recommendation feeds, in your news feeds, in other people's feeds as well. And hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I post new content. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Bye.